Cool. What's the next subject there, Matt Vader? What do we got?
Tiger King.
Tiger King? Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about the Tiger King?
Heck yeah.
Take it away, guys.
Cool cats and kittens, what do you got to say?
There was, what was it, episode 8? Mm-hmm. They came up with a new episode 8.
Yeah, it was Joel McHale.
It was basically, it was Joel McHale doing a late night style.
Who's Joel McHale?
Zoom. He's a comedian. He used to do Talk Soup.
Talk Soup.
And he was on Community.
Yeah, the community guy. He's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
But it was just in episode 8. They added it on at the end after all the craziness took off during everything, and it's a Zoom interview with each of the cast members.
A Zoom interview?
Yeah, without Carol or anybody or Doc
Without
Ansel.
Joe or Carol.
And it was terrible.
And McHale made a joke about how they pitched the idea of doing a follow up to the biggest docuseries ever, and Netflix sent him an iPhone.
Didn't David Spade already do this?
Yeah.
Yes.
The David Spade interviews are way better.
Yeah, I don't see the point in why they would even.
And to be honest, my wife.
This one's on Netflix.
The wife made me watch the TMZ special.
Oh.
The TMZ hour-long thing about this. And it was actually way better.
Do you notice the difference between how Vader talks about his wife when he's talking about something his wife made him watch that he likes versus something that he didn't like? The wife made me watch this. Oh, I watched this with my wife, who's adorable, and I love her.
The little woman back home made me watch this stupid show.
That ball and chain.
Actually, the whole this is something I never would have watched to begin with.
Yeah.
But my crazy daughter is blowing up our phones like the day after this show came out. She's like, "Mom, Dad, I just watched this crazy ass show on Netflix. You have to watch it." And we were like, "Yeah, whatever." And she would not stop. We had to watch the show.
It's like The Ring. You have to make other people watch it in order for you to get over it.
You guys did it for me.
And that was when
Tiger King.
The whole world went Tiger King crazy.
Yeah, it's super weird. I mean, my mind broke when the president of the United States was talking about it on C-SPAN. I was like, "You're freaking kidding me with this Tiger King bullshit. I can't. I hate this show."
I hope Trump pardons him.
Wouldn't that be a thing?
That would be hilarious. Like the last thing he does when he's going out.
Did you notice our doormat when you came in?
I didn't. Do you have a Tiger King doormat?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
You know what was interesting about this episode, though, to me, was how much everyone that they talked to on it doesn't like Joe Exotic.
No, they do not.
They all pretty much agree that he's a scumbag.
Well, he is. I mean, that's not a surprise to me. I don't know. I just can't with these people.
But it was kind of interesting to hear some of the follow-up interviews. Like they talked to that Vegas guy and his wife and asked them about how their nanny's doing. They're like, "Oh, she's so hot." and they talked to that couple, like all the zoo employees, and they just had nothing good to say about Joe. And but the one that got Jude the most was Joe's ex-husband. What's his name?
John Finley.
John Finley, because he not only does he have all of his teeth now, but he's got like this super long like Van Dyke beard and a tongue piercing.
It's like really 3 feet long. It looks like a gator hanging off of his chin.
He's wearing a cowboy hat. And it was funny because he was like, "I didn't like how they portrayed me as like a drug addict.
I haven't done no meth in 5 years."
Yeah. but like he looks even more ridiculous now than he did in the documentary.
It's like, just take your shirt off and show us the cover up.
He's got like a brand new tongue piercing too that gave him a new lisp the whole time. Like everyone's like, "Oh, he's got teeth," and I was like, "Yeah, now he has a lisp because he pierced his tongue." He's like, "Oh, me and my wife, we were having dinner."
But I also found it interesting how he was like, "Everyone's been hating on my tattoo artist," and he's like, "The tattoo wasn't done in the show."
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
But it was still a terrible tattoo.
I can't wait for the TMZ special about the unveiling of the cover up.
Yeah. Oh my
finished
God.
product.
He was so mysterious about it. He was like, "It's going to be unveiled, but I don't know when yet." And I was like,
what'd they cover up?
He had a Joe Exotic tattoo like right above
it was like
his
property of Joe Exotic.
Yeah, right above his
so then
Johnson.
he had like a The Rock bull face put over top of it, but you could still see the words outside on either side.
It was a tattoo cover up.
Yeah. The meme was like, "It's the worst cover up since Epstein."
I was going to say since Carol Baskin.
Did not kill himself.
And also the guy who was the documentary guy?
That should be the episode title. Epstein didn't kill himself.
Robert Kirkham? Something Kirkham.
Yeah, so like he's living in Finland now.
I think so. Holland.
And he looks like Crocodile Dundee.
Does.
He's like the real life Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Joel McHale asked him, do you think Carol Baskins killed her husband? And he was like, oh, most definitely. Like pretty much everyone involved in the show.
Like this show did a lot of damage to pretty much everybody that was in it.
Oh yeah.
Like it was not kind to them at all.
Nobody came out looking like a nice guy.
There's no good players in this show, but I think the one thing it kind of did do was it shined a light on this bullshit big cat industry that they have in this country.
Sanctuary bullshit.
It's nonsense.
But if you notice, Carol Baskin and Doc Ansel didn't participate. Incel.
Doc
Does it drive you crazy when he mispronounces things? I want to murder him.
He's done it for 3
I will put sardine oil all over you, sir.
Sardine oil.
ANTLE. There you go.
Next time you guys come over, if I have a meat grinder, you know it's on.
I made fresh sausage.
Fucking on.
Is it peppery or spicy? What is it?
It's a little salty.
Gamey.
Okay, cannibalistic jokes. Awesome.
Those are Carol Baskins all the time and Doc Ansel. I want to kill you.
He has some Katie sauce.
Yeah, there's no S at the end of Carol Baskin. It's just Carol Baskin. N. Ends with an N.
I felt like this was a good follow-up to the show, so I enjoyed it.
Good Lord.
You really
talk about something else?
You really like the Joel McHale thing?
I did. I like Joel McHale.
did
I thought he
too.
was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like an in-depth, hard-hitting interview, but it was just kind of like light and funny and gave you a little bit more insight.
I feel like Joel McHale has become a parody of himself.
Yeah.
I went and saw Joel McHale live back in his Soup days. It was actually really funny.
Yeah, he's a very talented guy. I loved him.
I did not like him on this.
Okay.
He seemed kind of bitter and a little.
It's like, I
don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Talking to these Tiger King fools.
Well, he's like, I need to wait to get my stimulus check, so I need something in the meantime to pay the bills.
Yeah, he was like, I pitched this to Netflix about doing a hard-hitting interview, and they were like, here's a cell phone. Go do whatever you want.
For real, we talked about it a couple minutes ago, but the David Spade Lights Out stuff on YouTube, he talks to every single one of these people. And every one of those interviews is better than Joel McHale one.
Yeah, I want to watch more of that.
So, it's a good show.
What we did watch was really good.
That show that Lights Out, when it's on actual TV, my wife records it, and we binge it every night on our weekends.
That's a good idea.
It's good stuff. And they're only like 20 minutes long, and they're funny. He doesn't get political.
That's good.
You know, that's a plug. Yeah. Watch Lights Out with David Spade. It's good.